Imagine for a second that a prophecy states that a child is either going to take your life or save your life. And you won't know which one it is, but you'll know this child when you see it. Then imagine that you can't stop this prophecy from coming true. You can only delay it by taking them out, so to speak. That's the conundrum that the Olympians, and more specifically Athena, faced at the end of the Titan's curse. But the truly interesting thing is, I actually think that she had a little bit of a point on why it was her decision to want to take out Percy. Look at things from her perspective for just a second. You finally see this kid who is most likely going to be the child of prophecy, so to speak, which means the decision he makes is either going to save Olympus or destroy Olympus. There's no in between. Then you actually are able to see his fatal flaw very, very clearly. Remember, Athena tells Percy what his fatal flaw is. It's his undying loyalty to his friends. She even expresses that, hey, in the event that Kronos were able to use your loyalty to your friends against you, you would destroy Olympus in a heartbeat. So the safest thing in the world would be to take Percy out. That's just logical. Add in the fact that the Olympians were almost certainly terrified of Percy. Who wouldn't be? I mean, when you actually think about it, at the age of 12, Percy just barely knew who he was. And yet he went toe-to-toe with Ares, the god of war, in single combat, and won. And as a kid, I used to kind of, brush that to the side. I'm just like, well, yeah, Percy was amped though. He was, halfway in the sea. It's not really fair. And that's just it. Most of the world is covered in water, and Olympus is right next to the sea. So if Percy is strong enough at the age of 12 to go toe-to-toe with Ares just because he's in contact with the sea, what do you think's gonna happen if Poseidon just decides he's gonna take over Olympus and Percy's at his side? Excuse me, what are the Olympians gonna do? It's established that the gods can't actually steal territory or objects of power, their symbols of power from other gods, but demigods can. And Percy is the strongest demigod that is alive right now. In addition to being accused of stealing the lightning bolt, Percy was also accused of stealing Hades' helm. And it's just kind of imagine if Poseidon had all three of those. He has a demigod on, at his side that is capable of stealing each of these artifacts. If Poseidon actually wanted war with Olympus, realistically, who would stop him? And when you account for the fact that Athena and Poseidon have been long-term enemies ever since the Medusa debacle, it's not exactly much of a surprise that Athena's not going to have too much love for this incredibly dangerous teenager. If you remove all the emotion from the situation, I think the most logical choice would be to kick the can down the road a little bit, make it so where this is not the child of prophecy, it's going to be some other demigod, and the odds are much better in your favor. I don't know, something to think about.